Do you like games like Rock and Roll Racing or RC Pro-Am? Well, if you do, you're in luck, because I am the Game Collector, and this is Second Opinion Games, and today we do a review of Power Drive Rally for the Atari Jaguar.
Second Opinion Games.
Power Drive Rally is an overhead driving game. And you know what? It's a darn good one. And it better be, because it's one of the more expensive games on your Atari Jaguar. It's heavily sought after and collectors absolutely adore it. Me, however, I'm a little indifferent. It is an extremely challenging game, and I have a couple of quick qualms with it before we get into the main review. And one of them is 2-player. The box says 1 to 2-player. The manual mentions it briefly about 2-player, but I haven't figured out how to get in any type of 2-player mode whatsoever. One of the other things is later in the game, there's a western stage where it has some type of really tingy music. It kind of hurts my ears, and it's just bad. All the other music in the game is good. Your engine sounds what you would expect on the Atari Jaguar, and pretty much what you expect for screeching brake sound effects and stuff like that. So the sound is very good, and that's pretty much all the complaints I have with this game, other than the skill tests. Now, the skill test in this game almost broke me. I was ready to throw in the towel right then and there. I spent 45 minutes before I finally figured out this isn't a racing mode. This is a driving slow and following instruction mode. Also, stay tuned at the end of the video, and I'm going to show you the second skill test, because this can be the most challenging part of the entire game. First, you pull up to that one line and stop. Drive forward a little bit, and you have to back into a space. Easier said than done, trust me, but eventually you get the hang of it. Drive forward, cross the map, and eventually you have to land on a bullseye, which is extremely challenging. Try not to hit any of these cones though, or your time will deduct accordingly. And you have one last challenge. The cones all go away, and you just drive up and park. Overall, this was an excruciating experience for me, and thank God for the internet, otherwise I would have never finished it. I'm telling you what, guys, I almost quit, but I am so glad I hung in there, because the rest of the game is phenomenal, and actually, once I figured out how to do this stage, I loved it. Quick cheat I want to throw in there, guys. If you use up all your brakes, then when you hit the brake, instead of slowing down, it will rocket you across the screen so freaking fast you have no control over your car. Is that a cheat? I don't know, because I am totally unable to play the game using this. So, do take good care of your car. That's where all that money comes from. So you start the game, you buy a car, you enter a race, you win a race, you get some money. You have to repair your car, you save, rinse, cycle, repeat. That's the game, guys. And the racing aspect is absolutely great. If it's a single-player race, just drive around the track. It might take you quite a few tries before you finally get it, but eventually you will. Make sure you brake around the hairpin corners, because it'll make you do a pretty cool power slide, and you'll make up quite a bit of time. Most of the other corners, you really don't need the brake at all. So listen to your instructor. He tells you exactly what to do around every single corner, and there wasn't too many times where I just didn't listen to him because I wanted to take the corner my own way. So if you lose, you'll be deducted points. However, losing doesn't matter when you save after every single round. Reset the game, and replay the race you just lost. You have to replay it anyway, and this really kind of sucks that it's even in the game that it penalizes you money to replay the race, because it has to know that you're just going to reset. Man, it's just very confusing to me, and again, a small complaint. Now you have to use your headlights in certain stages, and they can be pretty dark. It also gives you very little time to turn on your headlights, and very little time to get a hold of the map in that matter, because when it starts you on the map, it counts down 3, 2, 1, go, and that's how long you have to figure out which way your car is facing and to turn on your headlights. you're in the race in a second. Now another thing, guys, I read through the manuals thoroughly before I play every single game. And when I got to a certain page in the manual, I noticed that they didn't talk about number 6 or 9 on the keypad. They just seemed to forgot. At first, I thought there was a mistake here, but when I was playing the game and I pressed the 6 button, I noticed that the opponent's car stopped. If you press the 9, the opponent's car will start up again. So that could help you win, but it's still not going to be easy, guys, because you're always racing against the clock. And some of these races are going to have really tight time frames. I beat this one race by 0.04 of a second. I have never had races that tight, pretty much ever. Before long, I found myself getting very addicted to this game. I was racing around corners and feeling like a pro just to get to the next stage and being completely put down, where I had to reset and reset again before I mastered the stage. And that's part of the glory of this game, is you really have to learn the stages inside and out on top of the announcer telling you which corners to take. Now sometimes objects in the foreground do get in your way, but it's not enough to actually break the game. Matter of fact, it just gives it a little bit more charm. That overhead feel is awesome. The cars, yes, they do look a little boxy, but overall the graphics are terrific. And if you do compare it to Rock and Roll Racing on the Super Nintendo, this is far and away a much better looking game. There's even a horn button. I don't really know what it does, but you could press it, so good job for that. Tight racing controls make an absolutely great game, and that's what this game is. No wonder why it's so darn expensive. But that's just my opinion, guys. Thanks for watching.
Three, two, one, go! Square right. Square left.
Hey, if you like the Atari Jaguar, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And always keep viewing, leaving comments, of course. And also, I want to know which game I should do next. I have Attack of the Mutant Penguins and Super Burnout right in front of me. So, next Atari Jaguar game, it'll be one of those two. Also, check out this skills test because, oh my god, I can't find it anywhere else on the internet. And, like always, thanks again, guys.